we're living our lives in these very unfulfilling ways, where you're going to this office and you're doing something you don't want to do all day long, and then you get home and you're tired.
A lot of things that we want to do, a lot of places we would like to go, a lot of things we would like to experience, and we just stop at but. But is an argument for our limitations, and when we argue for our limitations, we get to keep them.
And I think you can see that in the people who are the most unhappy. They seem aimless.
Yeah.
They're like, what am I here for? Why am I doing this? Nothing makes sense.
Why is it that people prefer known hells to unknown heavens? You know why? Because it's comfortable, ladies and gentlemen.
All these little decisions, those are like that's the path for the rest of your existence on earth that you might choose when it comes to dealing with conflict in your personal life, dealing with business decisions, dealing with career decisions, like an uncomfortable decision that you might be faced with, where maybe you need to make a change as far as like what your pathway is in life, but you don't do it, and instead you fuck off.
I believe that all of us came here with something. All of us showed up to give something, and that nobody's going to give that service that you have to give. No one's going to begin to create your daycare with a special curriculum to help to cultivate the high self-esteem. That's your idea. And if you don't bring your idea out here, when you die, all of us will suffer because you allowed but to keep you in the bleachers and not pursuing your greatness.
Michael Jordan said in one of his interviews, for me to become the greatest basketball player, I missed 9,000 shots.
Some people will call them failures, but I have learned that failure is really God's way of saying, excuse me, you're moving in the wrong direction.
Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it, and then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course, you know? Well, what are you really nervous about? If you unpack that, okay, you're nervous that you're going to miss the shot. All right, so you miss the shot, then what happens? People are going to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed because thousands of people, millions of people see you miss the shot. All right, and then what? People are going to talk bad about you. Okay, right? And so you're looking at it, you go, are those things even important? Life has this cyclical nature where it's, you know, what you do on Monday is fantastic, but then Tuesday is a bad day. But guess what? There's Wednesday.
And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. If you have more success, sometimes a big part of success is just not being fucking lazy and just doing it.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not gonna feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I'd be a fat fuck. Because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. It's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through, and they're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline, in my eyes, has always been that through discipline I get things done.
So instead of people living in fear, feeling stressed out, feeling like victims, I think it should be a time that we need to begin to look at ways that we can become an active force in our own lives. We can decide to take charge of our own destiny when we can decide to design a life of substance and begin to truly live our dreams. And it's time for people to decide, I'm ready to get on with my life.
You will be wounded many times in your life. You'll make mistakes.
Look at people who are better than you and know they had to have sucked at one point in time. Okay, there's somewhere along the end of this tunnel, there's got to be a light. I just got to keep going.
Turn your wounds into wisdom.
It's a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter.
You have to develop patterns or execute patterns that aren't going to be perceived. Understanding that through pursuing these difficult things, like in accomplishing stuff, like you learn something about yourself. You learn that you have this ability inside of you to overcome. Get obsessed with life improvement. Find things that you enjoy doing that are difficult. Do them and get better at them. It seems so simplistic. It seems like a ridiculous, idealistic point of view, but it's effective.
A lot of people say, I'm going to live my life one day when things get right. See, there are no problem-free moments. To build a case on why you can't move on, why you can't grow to the next level, always something there to block you, to keep you where you are, and keep you from beginning to develop your true greatness. always some fear. How do we handle it? And I'm saying that if you've been hiding out behind but, if you've been using the fact that you don't have enough money or you don't have the education, take it head on. Go get the education.
We all lose. We all have losses. This is okay. And this is why I say don't be worried about losing, because when you're afraid of losing, then you get frozen. You get stiff. You're not relaxed. You got to be, in order to perform well in anything, if it's in boxing or if it is on your job or with your thinking, is only happening when you relax. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner.